Hello everyone, how are you all? Welcome back to my channel Concept Learning, and this is Rasagna. So, in our previous class, we have done the homogeneous method of differential equations. We are doing differential equations, right? So, in it, we are doing solving of differential equation. And in solving of differential equation, we have studied about variable separable method, and further we have already studied about homogeneous method. And in the last class, we have discussed about the homogeneous method itself, right? So we have did a problem also, and I remember leaving my last class with a homework problem. Am I right? Yeah. So this is the homework problem. So before moving into the next topic of solving differential equations, let us first quickly look into the homework problem, how to do it, and then we'll move into the next topic. Okay. So first let us look at this homework problem. What is it? Solve xy square dy minus x cube plus y cube dx equals to 0. Okay, so the first thing we have to do is first, this is not in the form of dy by dx equals to f of x comma y by z of x comma y, right? So let us bring this equation to that format. So how do you do it? First, let me transfer this into the RHS side. Okay, so that will become xy square dy is equals to x cube plus y cube into dx. Am I right? And now further, if I bring this side and bring this dx this side, then what will become? Dy by dx is equals to x cube plus y cube by xy square. Now I think this is in the required format, that is dy by dx equals to f of x comma y by z of x comma y. Now to verify whether the equation is homogeneous or not, what is the thing that we must do? The degree of the denominator must be equal to the degree of the denominator below. Am I right? So as you can see, the degree of this numerator is 3, right? In the same way, what is the degree of this denominator? Here 2 and x power 1. So, combinedly the degree of the denominator is also 3. So, you can perfectly tell that this equation is a homogeneous equation. So, as I told you in my previous class, uh, how do you solve a homogeneous differential equation? That is, what is the first step of solving a homogeneous differential equation? The first step that we are going to do is we are going to put y is equals to vx. Am I right? This is the first step. Is this the first step? Well, let me write the v much clearly. Well, y equals to vx. Now, by differentiating it on both sides, dy by dx equals to v plus x into dv by dx. Am I right? So now instead of dy by dx, I am going to put this whole thing, and instead of y, I am going to put vx. Am I right? Well, so now instead of dy by dx, I am going to put v plus x into dv by dx is equals to, now I am going to erase this because I don't have any use with this right now. Well, since I have already written what is dy by dx. Okay. And y is equals to vx, right? X cube plus v cube x cube divided by x into x square v square, right? So by taking x cube common, I can cancel x cube in the numerator as well as in the denominator. So I'm just skipping that step and then moving on to the next step. Okay. So what will it become? V plus x into dv by dx is equals to 1 plus v cube divided by v square. Am I right? So now let me do in this step only, let me take v that side. Okay. So I will get minus v over here. Am I right? Minus v. And then what do I get? X into dv by dx by taking the LCM. 1 plus v cube minus v cube by v square. Is this what I get? And now I will cancel both of them. Okay. So x into dv by dx is equals to 1 by v square. Right? So now I can cross multiply and I get 1 by x into, okay, let me do it like this. V square into dv is equals to 1 by x dx. V square dv equals to 1 by x dx, and then you are going to integrate the same and you will get the answer. The answer would be v cube by 3 is equals to log mod x plus c. Okay. So that is a very simple calculation. Okay, you can't see, right? I will do it much darker. Is equals to log mod x plus c. Now is it visible clearly? Okay. I'm very sorry for the inconvenience. Okay. Done. So that is it. So as you can see in the homework problem that I have given you in my previous class is very simple than the one that I have told you in the previous class, right? So I hope many of you have done it. So if you have not done it, you can quickly check the solution and I'm sure that you can understand quickly, right? So that is the homework problem that we have given you in my previous class. Well, so in our previous class, we have discussed about the homogeneous method and that is what we have done. And I'm sure that you are clear about this method. And now, going to the next method. What is the next method of solving a differential equation? The next method is nothing but the non-homogeneous method. You can check it in the list that I have given you in my past 2-3 classes. If you have not watched those videos, you can quickly check in the description box below. I have put the links of the videos in the description box. So you can check it and watch the videos from first of the differential equations. Okay. So the next method is non-homogeneous differential equations, right? So solving a non-homogeneous differential equation is a quite big process. It is a very big process and you must be very, very careful of calculations. The calculations are more than this one. Okay, so make sure that you will be perfect in those calculations. So today I am going to tell you how a non-homogeneous equation looks like and I am going to teach you how to solve them. So solving a non-homogeneous equation is what we are going to learn today. Understand? So let's just look into that. Okay. Okay, so now let us look at solving a non-homogeneous differential equation. Okay, so I have told you that the non-homogeneous differential equation solving it is a big process, right? So uh, to solve a non-homogeneous differential equation, there are three cases. There are three cases in non-homogeneous differential equation. So, but when are you going to use the non-homogeneous differential equation? If you are not able to solve the differential equation in its homogeneous form, its variable separable form, and the last one linear differential equation. If you are not able to solve it in all these things, then you are going to go to non-homogeneous differential equation. Understand? So, there are three cases as I have told you, and the third case is very, very big. The third case is the biggest process. Understand? So today we are not going to discuss that giant process. Okay. So first let us discuss about the first two processes which are very easy. Quite easier, and I'm going to give example of both of them also. First let us look what are those cases and how do we solve them. Understand? So now first let us look into the first case. Okay. The first case. So what is the first case of non-homogeneous differential equation? Generally, a non-homogeneous differential equation looks like this. Dy by dx is equals to ax plus by plus c by a dash x plus b dash y plus c dash. This is how a non-homogeneous differential equation look like. So as you can see a problem, you can easily tell whether that is a homogeneous, a non-homogeneous, or whatever. Understand? So this is how a non-homogeneous differential equation look like. So now let us discuss about the first case in this. Okay, let me put it over here like this only. The ax plus by plus c by a dash x plus b dash y plus c dash. So the first case in this looks like this. How it is this is the coefficient of y here, right? B is the coefficient of y in the numerator, and the coefficient of x in the denominator is a dash. So a non-homogeneous differential equation which comes into the first case is uh, the b, okay, the minus a, that is sorry, not minus a dash, right? The a dash, that is the coefficient of x in the denominator, is equal to the negative of the b, that is negative of the coefficient of y in the numerator. Did you understand it clearly? The coefficient of x in the denominator is equal to the negative of the coefficient of y in the numerator. I have wrote it very clearly. The coefficient of denominator here is a dash, right? And the coefficient of y in the numerator is b. So, a dash is equals to minus b, negative of the coefficient of y in the numerator. So, that is the first case of solving. So, if you write it over here much clearly, so what will the equation be? Dy by dx is equals to ax plus by plus c by, instead of a dash, minus b must be present in the first case, right? So minus bx plus b dash y plus c dash. Am I right? So now let me erase this part. Okay. Then how are you going to solve? You are just going to cross multiply both of them. Then you get minus bx dy plus b dash y dy plus c dash dy. Understand that? Is it? So now this is equals to minus bx dy and plus b dash y dy plus c dash dy. That is it. And now what I am going to do is I am going to bring this bx dy this side. Okay, bx. Okay, sorry. I'm very sorry. I have written the same thing on both sides. Extremely sorry. So, ax dx plus by dx plus c dx. And that is it. And now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this bx this side. Okay, bx dy that side. And now what is going to happen? B dash y dy plus c dash dy is equals to ax dx plus by dx minus bx dy plus c dx. So here, as you can see, you can do this because y and dy, you can do the integration of that, and this is a constant, and since you can do this also, you can do this also because x and dx, and this also because this is a constant. So now this is in the middle which you can't do, right? So that is why in the second method we have brought the opposite coefficients, and what will happen if you take b as common? If you take the b as common, okay, this is plus, right? I'm very sorry, plus. If you take b as common in this, b into y dx plus x dy. So if you see this y dx plus x dy, could you remember something? Yeah, this is derivative of d of xy. This is d of xy, that is derivative of xy. If you use uv and derivate xy, this is what you get. So now this is derivative of xy, and if you integrate, the thing that you get will be xy. Right? So that is the first method. So if you remember, if I take all this thing, the whole thing, This is all unnecessary because that is the process that you are going to do, right? The general form. I have did the sum in the general form, right? So the main thing of the first case is this, that is a dash equals to minus b. Am I right? So that is it. So now let us look into the second case. Okay, let us look into the second case. So what is the second case? Let me write it over here. What is the second case? In the second case, what we are going to do is, the condition is mainly, this is a dash equals to minus b. And in the second condition, you have something like, you have something like a by a dash is equals to b by b dash. That is, they both should be in the same ratio. That may be any constant. That, let me take that it is m. For example, if this is 2 by 3 and if these are to be in the same proportion, it will be 4 by 6, right? So what will be this equal to? This is equals to 2. If they are in the same ratio, that will be equal to 2 because 2 2s are 4 and 3 2s are 6, right? So that is it. So if you see the general form of a non-homogeneous differential equation, that is ax plus by plus c by a dash x plus b dash y plus c dash. In this, a by a dash equals to b by b dash is equals to m. Am I right? Clear? Are you clear? Well, so now because of that proportionality being same, I'm very wrong. Please don't take anything. A by b equals to a dash by b. Sorry, I'm very sorry. A by b equals to a dash by b dash. That is if 2 by 3 are a and b, that is this is 2x plus 3y instead of ax and by, then if I have to write this same proportion of this, it will be 4 by 6, right? So 4x plus 6y is the same thing. Okay. So that is why if I take this as m, then what will happen? Dy by dx is equals to ax plus by plus c by m into ax plus by plus c dash. Have you understand this very clearly? Now if you cross multiply both of them, what do you get? M into ax plus by into dy, okay, is equal, plus c dash dy, that will be equal to ax plus by into dx plus c into dx. Now you can bring this to LHS side and remaining all that you can do, because you can take ax plus by common after taking it to LHS side. Okay, so that is case 2. Now we will be solving each one problem of case 1 and case 2. Okay, one each problem of case 1 and case 2, and further case 3 we are going to look in our next class. Okay, first let us look at the case 1 and case 2 problems. Okay. Okay, I have written each problem for each model. Okay, now let us look at those problems. Let us look at the first case problem. Dy by dx equals to 3x minus y plus 7 by x minus 7 by minus 3. Is this in case 1? Because here the coefficient is minus 1, here the coefficient is minus 1 and here it is 1. So you can see the coefficient of x in denominator is the negative of coefficient of y in the numerator. Am I right? Well, so now what is the first step that I have to do? I have to cross multiply both of them. Am I right? So x dy minus 7y dy minus 3 dy is equals to 3x dx minus y dx plus 7 dx, right? So in my next step, what will happen? I'm going to bring this y dx that side. So x dy plus y dx minus 7y dy minus 3 dy, and I'm going to put it this same way, 3x dx plus 7 dx. So instead of x dy plus y dx, I'm going to write d of xy. Okay, instead of this, I'm going to write um, d of xy. Now integrating on both sides, that is it. So what do I get? Here xy, because the derivative and integrations get cancelled, minus 7y dy, right? So 7 by 2 y square minus 3y is equals to, because this is 3x, 3 by 2x square plus 7x. That is it. So that is the answer. Very simple. Yeah. So now let us look into the second method's problem. How to do it. This is the second method's problem. And let us do the complete problem now so that you can understand very clearly. Okay. So dy by dx equals to x minus y plus 3 by 2x minus 2y plus 5. So you can see that a by b, sorry, a by a dash is equals to b by b dash. Well, that is okay. A by b is equals to b by b dash. Sorry, a by b. I'm very sorry. I'm getting confused. A by b is equals to a dash by b dash. A is this one, b is this one, a dash is this one, and b dash is this one. They're in the same ratio. That is m is 2 over here. Am I right? Well, so now let us look what it is. So the first thing that we have to do is take this 2 common in the denominator below. So how do you do it? Dy by dx is equals to x minus y plus 3 divided by 2 into x minus y plus 5. Now what I have to do, I have to cross multiply. So dy in, okay, let me write this, 2 into x minus y dy plus 5 dy, okay, this is equals to x minus y dx plus 3 dx, right? That is it? Yeah. So, okay, you can see 3 dx, okay, 3 dx. So now, I'll bring x minus y dy this side, okay. So, 2 into x minus y dy minus x minus y dx, okay. I'll take this 5 dy that side. This will be, okay, I'll write it much bigger. X minus y dx is equals to 5 dy, sorry, okay, 3 dx minus 5 dy, right? Is it clear now? Well, so now I am going to take this x minus y common in the same step because I don't have place over here. So let me do it over here in the same place. So what would happen if I take x minus y common? Okay. If I take x minus y as common, 2 dy, right? Okay, 2 dy minus dx, right? Is this what I am going to get? Is this what I am going to get over here? So that is it. Now you have to differentiate it. Am I right? Now you have to differentiate it. But how? How can you do it? Because x minus y is not supporting you to do so, right? So we are not going to multiply like this as you did in case 1. The thing that we are going to do over here is, listen very carefully. This is a small substitution that you have to use over here. That is, instead of x minus y, okay, I'll use some other ink for this for you to understand much clear. We are going to put x minus y is equals to v. Understand? Now differentiate it on both sides. Okay. So you get with respect to x, differentiate it with respect to x. So you are going to get 1 minus dy by dx is equals to dv by dx. Am I right? So instead of dy by dx, you are going to put, instead of dy by dx, 1 minus dv by dx. Am I right? That is the substitution that we are going to do over here. So what is it? How are we going to write? 1 minus dv by dx is equals to, instead of x minus y, v. So v plus 3 by 2v plus 5. Am I right? That is it. So I am going to remove the whole thing. You are going to put it in the same way. If you are doing in the examination, don't erase that part. You have to put it aside because I don't have place. I have erased it. Understand? Well, so now I am going to take this side and bring it that side. So 1 minus v plus 3 by 2v plus 5 is equals to dv by dx. Okay, let me do this continuation over this side. So I get 2v plus 3 minus v minus 3 by 2v minus 5 is equals to dv by dx. So this 3 gets cancelled. So what do I get is v by 2v minus 5 is equals to dv by dx. Okay. Now cross multiply. You get dx is equals to dv into 2v minus 5 by v. Now, now what you are going to do is, I am going to erase this first sum as you have understood clearly. Okay, you note it if you want. Okay, note it if you want. Pause the video and note it. And now I am going to erase this part, so I don't get congested in that place only. Yeah, now you will be able to see much clear. Okay, so the thing that I wrote over here is dx is equals to dv into 2v minus 5 by v. Okay, now divide the LCM, divide the denominator to both the parts of numerator. You get dx is equals to dv into 2v by v minus 5 by v. The v's get cancelled. So if you integrate it on both sides, integration of dx equals to 2 dv minus 5 by v dv. Integrate. Then what are you going to get? X is equals to 2 dv, right? So 2v minus 5 by v, that is log mod v. Okay, plus c, plus c. That is the plus c you are not at all going to forget in any place. If you are going to forget, you are definitely going to lose 1 mark or 2 marks in your public exams. Understand? Do not miss putting plus c over here. Understand? So instead of v, you can now put x minus y. So 2 into x minus y minus log mod x minus y. This is equals to x plus c. Understood? Very clear? So that is the two cases of non-homogeneous differential equation. Those are the two cases of non-homogeneous differential equation. Have you understood it very clearly? Well, so in our next class, we are going to discuss about the third case. The third case is very big. These are very small compared to that. The first process is very small. The second process is a slightly bigger one. And the third process is much bigger. So you should be very careful of the calculations in the third one. So we are going to definitely look about it in the next class. Okay, non-homogeneous differential equation case 3 in our next class. Have you understood these two parts? Well, so if you open your textbooks, that are given, maybe the NCERT books, NCERT mathematics textbooks of class 12, or you may also take the board textbooks, that is state textbooks of different states. You will find some 2, 3 or 5, even 5 problems about this two cases, each case. So you try to solve those problems. Okay, I'm sure you can do it because these are very easy. Okay, it's very easy to understand. So the third case is quite complex. We'll look after it anyways in the next class, right? So please do try those problems. So that is it for today. Do not forget to like the video if you liked it, and share the video to your friends so that they can also understand differential equations in a much clear way. And also do subscribe to the channel of more videos of mine. Okay. So that is it for today. And I have also put the links of my previous videos of differential equation. And before differential equation, we have also completed doing the 3D geometry. So also quickly check to that videos. Okay. So thank you for now. Meet you in my next class. Bye bye.